What's going on, everyone? My name's Alpha, and today we're back with another Pokemon challenge video. Today we're on Pokemon Inclement Emerald, and today's challenge will be, can I beat Pokemon Inclement Emerald using only Kanto Pokemon? Now, we've done this in the past, mainly on Pokemon Radical Red, but since that game is dead to me now, since there's no update, we're on Inclement Emerald and we're trying this challenge. Essentially, what this challenge is just I can use anything in the Kanto Pokédex, anything included. There's going to be some tweaks in between because there's some unattainable Pokemon, but we'll get there when we get there. But essentially only Kanto Pokemon, nothing else. Also playing on Challenger mode, which basically means play on the hardest mode in the game. There's no items inside a battle. You can use hell items and everything. You have to play on set mode, so basically all the same rules as just before. And there is a level cap. They match your highest level at some point. So your highest level will be all their Pokemon highest levels. It's kind of annoying unless you plan to get to level 100. This is a difficult rule set. The XP you gain is drastically different. If you have one Pokemon just sweeping everything, they're gonna get more XP than everything else on the rest of the teams. You gotta have to have a balance out of there. And as well, the final and most important rule of every single challenge video on my channel: each of my Pokemon will be nicknamed after you guys in the comments. So here are the comments I picked out for this challenge video. If you guys want to be nicknamed after a Pokemon in my future challenge videos, just drop it in the comments and hopefully I'll pick yours. And while you guys are down here commenting down a nickname, please do not forget to leave a like, comment down below some challenge videos also, and subscribe if you guys are not already. We are very close to 30,000 subscribers. I want to say thank you so much for supporting the channel, and let's get into the challenge video. As a quick and easy introduction for this video, rather quicker than normal. So to start out with, we're going to choose out our Kanto starter. Normally I choose Bulbasaur and Charmander, so I want to switch it up. Let's use Squirtle for once. I'm not a big fan of Squirtle, but it got some benefits that come with him. We want to search out for a good nature because this is one of the few times where we can manipulate the natures pretty easily. We want to go for a quiet nature Squirtle. Anything that's plus a special attack, we really want to. Normally, if you want to make a comp team, you want to go for relax or some defensive nature, but mostly in single player, you want to get the most offensive nature possible unless you are strictly like a Toxapex or a Ferrothorn. Outside of that, I think you should just always go for the most offensive nature. From there though, we're going to try to get a Munchlax. Now, Munchlax is not a Generation 1 Pokemon, but this is the only way we can get Snorlax is from Munchlax in this game, so I decided to let that bypass. Either way, we still didn't get the Munchlax from the berry tree, so it actually didn't matter at all. Outside of that, we are going to catch ourselves our first Pokemon, which is a Pidgey. You are not going to see too much of this thing after the second gym, but we are going to get the Pidgey. We're also going to get ourselves a Paris. Surprisingly, I do not mind Paris at all. Paris is a decent looking Pokemon. I'm even a fan of Trubbish and Garbodor. There's a very little amount of Pokemon that I actually really do not like. One of which is Stunfisk. I actually don't like that thing. It looks really ugly and is one of the few Pokemon I actually don't like seeing or using at all. Anything else you could probably find me using at any point because I don't mind any Pokemon. The next Pokemon I picked up is a Nidoran male. If you guys been a fan of the channel, you guys would know that I love using Nidoking in any situation. I know Nidoking does get Power Scaled or Power Cliff. What's it called? Power Cliff, I think, and it does not get useful at some point in the game. After that, we're going to catch ourselves a Magikarp, obviously falls into Gyarados. It's going to be great. And a Tentacool because it has Toxic Spikes, which is straight out. Toxic Spikes is such a broken move, as I'll demonstrate in the first gym badge against Roxanne. Roxanne is the Rock-type gym leader in Rustboro City, and we're going to start off the battle against her using our Tentacool. We're going to Toxic Spikes right on her air run. 2 Toxic Spikes will lead into a badly poison, and somehow we're able to get a confusion off, do some damage, and then switched out into my Wartortle. Bubble Beam will knock him out, and then I switched into my Paris after stacking my Tentacool to get a Fury Cutter to knock out the Lilip. I did not know Bug was so strong against Lilip. Sack our Paris, but my Wartortle Revenge Kill, the nose pass for us, as it kind of just lets us beat him because he decides to use Sandstorm. Tyron comes on next. He's going to knock out my Wartortle, and I'm like, ooh, this might be the end because I only have a Nidorino. Double kick on Nidorino will actually activate Tyron's red card and then force me out into my Pidgey, which I'll sack, and then I'll Revenge Kill him with my Nidorino. Moro goes down to my Nidorino, and the final Pokemon on our team will be Anorith, and we double kick it, and it goes down. So we get our first gym match really easily. As you can see, Nidorino just clutched it up against like 4 Pokemon. Nothing too notable right now as we head into Due for the Island, where we're going to do some training, of course. We skip into Slateport City, where we find the second gym leader in the game, which is Brawly. We also get a Moonstone for our troubles, evolve our Nidorino into a Nidoking, and we already have a fully evolved Pokemon by the second gym. So From there, we're going to face off against Brawly. Brawly's going to be the fighting type gym leader of the game. We're going to start the battle just like always. We're in Toxic Spike right under his Meditite and Confuse Ray it. Luckily for us, it actually hits itself in Confusion twice and then knocks itself out. Since I was Hariyama, I'm like, whoa, this works out perfectly. I sit in my Gyarados. Gyarados is not going to do anything at all, but his ability is Intimidate. So it actually works out pretty well as I Toxic Stall down to Hariyama, and I'm able to knock out the Hariyama eventually using this Toxic Stall tactic. Biggest threat of his team is gone just from Tentacool, and then he's going to send out his Hitmonchan. Is obviously going to do Elemental Punches. He's going to knock out my Gyarados, which is unfortunate. I decided to switch out into my Wartortle to withdraw in front of him. Luckily enough, I actually outstall him using Withdrawal, getting my defenses up, survive a Thunder Punch, and then Protect once more to knock him out. He sends out his Breloom. I want to switch out into my Pidgeotto to Air Cutter him, one-shot him. Air Cutter would knock out a Do-What and the Lucario in the back, and that will finish off Brawly as we get the second gym badge of the game. We didn't even get to use our Nidoking that much at all. We used them for the final Pokemon. Fair play for Nidoking. I mean, he was just more of an on-screen threat than an actual threat. As we face off against Archie next, we're going to beat down Archie. It took a few attempts, but there's nothing too much there. Then we're going to head into the Slateport Market, where it's my favorite place to get. We get some TMs from here, we get some incense from here, we get a bunch of proteins and stuff just to boost up the happiness, because we have a lot of Pokemon that are going to require happiness evolution. Next up, we're going to catch ourselves a Magneton. Magneton evolves into Magnezone, and I forgot Magnezone is not technically a Kanto Pokemon, but it evolves from a Kanto Pokemon. Last time I did this challenge, people said to use them. This time I'm not too sure of people's opinion, so I end up using Magnezone anyways. If you guys do not like that, just let me know in the comments, and then I'll try to avoid that in the future. We also caught ourselves a Cubone, and finally we're gonna go into the game corner and finally get our Munchlax that we wanted. Unfortunately, this Munchlax has a modest nature, so we had to switch the natures eventually. From there though, once we're done doing all the training and everything, we're going to face off against Watson. Watson is going to be the electric gym of the game, and he's going to start the battle against us using his Galvantula. We're going to use our Snorlax. Under level Snorlax will two-shot his Galvantula to the face, which is kind of funny, and I could do some damage against Rotom before I go down. Then I can switch out into my Tentacool, and for some reason he lets me Acid Spray his Manectric, and then his Manectric uses Flamethrower, and then Water Pulse will knock out his Manectric, and that is like a consistent thing. Like, this is not even a one-time thing. It happens all the time. He does not use electric moves against my Tentacruel. After that, I'm going to use my Graveler to explode onto the Alolan Raichu to knock him out, and then send in my Magneton. Magneton's going to knock out the Rotom for me, and also break the air balloon on the Lantern. Also burn it, surprisingly. So I can switch out into my Nidoking to Bulldoze and knock out the Lantern. And then he can switch out to his final Pokemon, will be his own Magneton. I'm able to sack my Nidoking into Stomping Tantrum and Shadow Sneak on my Marowak to knock out a Magneton, and we beat Watts. Things are looking pretty good. We also evolve our Wartortle into a Blastoise, which when evolved, I get Shell Smash, and it's such a broken move in this game. I swear, it's such a broken move. We also caught ourselves a Kadabra. I'm trying to train it up. I'm going to train it up to an Alakazam, and I end up just not using him at all, so I'm sorry. This is the only screen time you'll see of this Alakazam, because I don't really use him at all. We're going to beat Maxi, and then our Kadabra will evolve into an Alakazam, and then that is the last time you'll see him as I box him, because I didn't really find too much use for him, ironically. After that, we're going to face off against Flannery. Flannery is going to be the fire-type gym leader of the game. We're going to start the battle using our Golem against her. Earthquake, 2 Earthquakes would knock out the Torkoal, as you can see. Then she's going to switch out to her Houndoom. I have Sturdy, so I can live any move. Earthquake would knock out the Houndoom for us, and down goes the Houndoom. Volcarona comes out next. It's obviously going to revenge kill me, but since I have my Snorlax in the back with Thick Fat, it could take any fire moves, and 3 Body Slam would knock out the Volcarona. After that, she's going to switch out to her Arcanine. Arcanine obviously has close combat, so I want to switch out into my Gyarados, and then Bulldoze almost knocks him out, but he's going to knock me out in return. But luckily, Nidoking finally gets something to do as he Bulldoze knock out the Arcanine for me. And then she's going to switch out to a Blaziken. Do not live in overheat at all. I switch out into my Snorlax next because he has no fighting moves at all, so I'm able to do 2 Body Slams against her, and then she's going to knock me out using Reversal. Tentacruel can take any damage at all, so I'm able to surf it, knock him out. Switch out into Talonflame. I'm able to avoid one of his attack, surf him, and then switch into my Blastoise to Water Pulse with Mega Launcher to knock out Flannery, and we get the 4th gym badge of the game pretty easily. Next up, we're going to head back into Petalburg City, where we face off against the normal type gym leader. Not much for us to do after that. Before we actually do that, we're going to go into the market. We're going to buy a bunch of Lax Incense, because Lax Incense lower the accuracy of the opposing Pokemon. And also, we get the Sea Incense to put on our Blastoise for a little bit. as we face off against Norman. Norman is going to be the Norm type gym leader, and all we gotta do is knock out the Swallow. We knock out the Swallow, and then he's gonna switch out to a Slacking. Once I get the Slacking in, I Shell Smash right in front of him, and then Water Pulse everything else. Lunatone goes down, X-Block goes down. It's just a murder out here. Tauros goes down, and Hangskron comes out. It gets 2-shotted, then goes down. Slacking, I can Shell Smash once more against him, and then Water Pulse would knock him out. And then we beat Norman pretty easily, just like that. From there, we're gonna head into C Malville. I understand. Possibly he's not really a Kanto Pokemon, but we do get a Magneton, and I have never used Magneton in Inclement Emerald, so I'm just gonna let my rule change just be like that. I really like Magneton, so I want to use him out anyways. And then we're also gonna catch ourselves a Dragonair with a Dream Ball, so we get the multi-scale ability. And then we beat Shelly at the Weather Fortress to evolve our Dragonair into a Dragonite with multi-scale. And then we're gonna face off against Winona. A lot of things back to back. We're gonna start the battle against Winona using our Snorlax and our Magneton. This is just a bait and switch, as I body slam using my Snorlax against the Gyarados, trying to get it paralyzed as I switch out into my Gyarados to lower the attack stat of both the opposing Pokemon. Now this will actually work pretty well as I switch my Snorlax out into a Dragonite, baiting some moves, the close combat in, and then I want to boost up using my Gyarados, and then Wing Attack will knock out the Hawlucha. Next up, she can switch out to her Aerodactyl. I'm just going to double focus on the Aerodactyl as the Gyarados is kind of useless. I'm able to knock out the Aerodactyl as my Dragonite goes down though. Next up, she's going to switch out to her Moga. For some reason, I have my Blasters out. I'm just going to take out the Tickle. Waterfall into Water Pulse will knock out the Moga. I still keep the Gyarados over there because Gyarados is not that big of a threat. I'm able to break Winona's Dragonite's multi-scale, and then I'm able to send in my Golem to Stone Edge to knock him out. Crunch down the Gyarados. Unfortunately, my Gyarados goes down. Hers is still alive. I send in my Magneton. My Magneton also has Sturdy, so I decided to Flash Cannon the Altaria, live an Earthquake, and then Explode will knock out everything on the field, and we beat Winona because my last Pokemon in the back is Snorlax. So we get the 6th gym badge of the game, just like that, just exploding everywhere. Pause. And then we're gonna head into Mount Pyre. We're gonna get the Magma Emblem, and we're able to head into the Magma Hideout. We're gonna clear through the Magma Hideout, beat down Maxie, and then head into the Aqua Hideout, where possibly the greatest key item ever. I actually never used this into this run of Pokemon Inclement Emerald. This Pokemon Vital recovers my entire team for free. One-time use though. You're able to refill it every time you head into the Poké Center, but being able to just heal my Pokemon instantaneously one time, it saves me so much time. From there though, we're gonna head into Moss Deep City, where we face off against Tate and Liza. Tate and Liza are gonna be the 7th gym leader of the game, also a Psychic type gym leader, and also they're gonna have an inverse battle where super effective moves are not very effective, and not very effective or immune moves are super effective. So it's gonna be a bit of a confusion battle. So we're gonna start the battle against them using my Magneton and my Golem. We're gonna attach the Rock Gem into my Golem, so we're able to Stone Edge the Claydol with some chip damage to knock him out. And then they're gonna switch out to her Executor. I'm able to Thunderbolt him, and then for some reason I use Dig. I don't know why I should have just stayed in and used Stone Edge, but I digged. I used my Golem for no reason as she sends out her Renucleus. I'm now going to focus on the Slowbro. I'm able to survive a hit from the Slowbro, and then Flash Cannon into Explosion will knock out the Slowbro and do a lot of chip damage to the Renucleus. Switch out into my Gyarados and my Blasters next to Waterfall and knock out the Renucleus. I'm able to Body Slam the Solrock and eventually knock out the Solrock using my Blasters and my Gyarados. Next up, the Lunatone, it's pretty easy. It's gonna knock out my Blasters, which is fine. In the back, the strongest Pokemon in the world has extreme speed, so Dragonite couldn't finish off the battle with extreme speed, and we beat Tate and Liza for the 7th gym badge. Now we're gonna head into the final battle of the Team Magma members. We're gonna clear through this double battle fight. Luckily, Steven Stone is a big carry in this fight because he just kind of killed everything as all my other Pokemon were dying. Things worked out pretty well. From there though, we're gonna face off against Archie for the final time, and luckily for us, Archie choked so bad. All he had to do was protect. He just had to keep protecting once he poisoned me, but luckily enough, he just decided not to. So a Dark Pulse ended up finishing him off as my final Pokemon is Blasters with 40 HP. We beat Archie, and we're gonna head into the Spear Pillar to get Rayquaza. Rayquaza goes back into the top of the city, does what he wants, it doesn't matter. Then we're gonna face off against the 8th gym leader of the game, the final gym leader. We're gonna face off against Juan. Juan's gonna be the Water type gym leader of the game. We're gonna start the battle using our Magneton with an Electric Gem. We're gonna Thunderbolt down the Politoed to force him out. Then he's gonna switch out to a Swampert. I switch out into my Gyarados to avoid any ground moves, obviously. I don't have Intimidate on, I do have Moxie, which is a bad play for this gym. So I Waterfall, I end up two-shotting the Swampert, but could have done more damage, just looking back. Lapras comes out, it's gonna obviously one-shot me, knock me out. Then I decided to switch out into my Golem. Golem almost knocks out the Lapras, so close, but my Extreme Speed Dragonite in the back will be able to knock him out. Extreme Speed comes in handy so much, so often here. I'm able to Wing Attack and knock out the Ludicolo. Then he's going to switch out to his Kingdra. I'm able to do some chip damage against it. It's fine. Looking pretty nice. Then I switch out into my Snorlax next. Snorlax will be able to body slam it. I'm actually able to avoid his Hydro Pump. And then I'm able to paralyze him. And he stays paralyzed. And I 3-shot him. And that's it for him. Next up, he sends out his Kabutops. I'm able to high horsepower. That's about it. He's going to knock me out with Liquidation. But I'm able to send in my Magneton. Survive with Sturdy, and Thunderbolt will knock out the Kabutops and the Politoed, and we'll get the 8th gym badge of the game. From there, we're going to head into Victory Road, clear through Wally easily, as you can see, and then clear through Victory Road itself. Victory Road is kind of annoying, that's why I skip a lot of trainers in here, but eventually we're going to get to the end of Victory Road and head into the Pokemon League. Now in the Pokemon League, we're going to get some new moves for our Pokemon. Nothing too crazy right now, but we're going to get some new moves and then head into the Elite Four Challenge itself. Now we face off against the first Elite Four member, which is going to be Sydney. Sydney's going to be the Dark type Elite Four member of the game. We're going to start the battle using our Blastoise against him. Blastoise is going to Shell Smash up in front of the Tyranitar, and then I'm going to avoid a Stone Edge, and then I could 2-shot him using Aura Spear and then knock him out. From a previous playthrough, I know this Cacturne does have Focus Sash, so I decided to switch out into my Dragonite to Wing Attack and then Extreme Speed to knock him out. Extreme Speed to do some more chip damage against the Greninja, and then switch out into my Gyarados. Gyarados is going to end up beating down the Greninja for me, which is fantastic. And then he's going to switch out to his Manabus. This Manabus is going to end up whirlwinding me into my Golem, which is kind of funny because I can Stone Edge it twice to knock him out. I'm able to knock out the Manabus. The Absol comes out to revenge kill me, so I decided to switch out into my Blastoise. Blastoise will Aura Sphere and knock out the Absol for me. And then his final Pokemon will be an Alolan Muck. I'm going to do some chip damage to him, and then I decided to switch out into my Snorlax. Snorlax will 1v1 the Muck for me, and we beat Cindy. From there though, we're going to head into the second Elite Four member. We're going to face off against Phoebe. Phoebe is going to be the Ghost type Elite Four member. We're going to start a battle against her using my Magnezone. Finally, I can use Mirror Coat against something. So I'm going to Mirror Coat against the Miss Magius to one-shot it since I hit it down to Sturdy. And then the Golem comes out. It's always going to knock me out. Switch out into my Blastoise with Mega Launcher. I think it has a Soul Vest, but it survives my Water Post super easily. 2 Water Posts will knock him out though, but he lives 1. That's crazy. Dark Post, looking for a flinch, does not get the flinch. Second time around gets the flinch, live with 1 HP, knock out the Dusknoir, and then I avoid the Fire Blast from the Chandelier. I don't know why it chose Fire Blast. Out of anything it could have used, it used Fire Blast. I'm able to knock out the Chandelier as well, and then Bennett comes out. It's going to obviously outspeed me, knock me out. So I switch out to my Gyarados. It's going to... Oh, this is where I need to Intimidate, but I'm able to do some chip damage and switch out to my Dragonite. Dragonite survives the play rough. Dragon Rush will knock out the Bayonet as I switch into my Snorlax against her Aegislash, and I'm able to yawn it down. And then switch out to my Golem. Then Golem's going to Earthquake 2-shot, will knock out the Aegislash, and we beat Phoebe. Next up, we're going to face up against Glacia. Glacia is going to be the Ice type Elite Four member of the game. We're going to boost up my Golem with a Rock Gem Stone Edge. Does not end up beating the Abomasnow, which is unfortunate, but it's fine. Extreme Speed, Revenge Kill it, and then she's going to send out her Glaceon. This is the perfect setup. Sack my Dragonite and then switch out into my Snorlax, which will stockpile up. We'll get +3 on both his defense, and then yawn down the Glaceon, and eventually just body slam him down. Eventually, I'm going to body slam, knock out the Glaceon, and then end up yawning down the Mamoswine. Put the Mamoswine to sleep, and then he's going to knock me out. Switch out to my Blastoise to Shell Smash in front of him, and then Water Pulse will knock him out in 1 shot. And next up, she's going to switch out to a Frostlass. I have so much coverage, Dark Pulse will knock him out in 1 shot. She's going to switch out to her Glalie, 1-shot it with the Water Pulse. And then her final Pokemon will be Walrein, and I'm just have Aura Sphere too. I just have too much coverage. It's too much for her, and we knock her out. And we finish off Glacia. Next up, we face out against Drake. Drake's going to be a Dragon type Elite Four member. We boost up our Golem with the Ground Gem this time. We're going to Earthquake, knock out the Dragolich in 1 shot. I decided I need to sack my Golem when the Superior comes out next, because it's always going to knock me down to Sturdy anyway. So I exploded on the Superior, almost knock him out. Decided to switch into my Dragon, Revenge Kill him, and then the Naganadel never ever does anything as he misses his Draco. I'm able to Dragon Rush to knock him out. As you can see, so dumb. This Naganadel never does anything. Garchomp comes out next. I'm able to knock him down to low HP, and then Extreme Speed will knock him out. and then his combo will finally knock out my Dragonite as he just finish off everything. Blastoise comes on next. Blastoise, I forgot to put Ice Beam on him. I completely forgot to put Ice Beam on him. Shell Smash up, and then I'm able to Aura Sphere, almost knock him out in one shot. As I switch out into my Gyarados, Gyarados is able to Ice Fang, knock out the combo. And then his final Pokemon will be Salamence, Mega Salamence. He's gonna knock out my Gyarados. As I switch out into my Snorlax, Snorlax is able to Body Slam, do a lot of damage against the Salamence, even get him paralyzed. So I can switch out into my Magneton to Thunderbolt, knock out the Salamence, and we finish off against Drake. Next up, we face off against the champion of the region. We're gonna face off against Wallace. Wallace can start the battle against us using Wailord. We're in Body Slam. We're gonna paralyze down the Wailord and then get lucky enough where it gets paralyzed, and I'm able to stockpile up and slack off to get my HP back. And this is about over. This thing, it started struggling. I felt bad for him, and he started struggling for no reason. I'm gonna yawn him down the Wish Cache and then Body Slam him down as well. And this is pathetic. Oh my god. I'm able to Body Slam down the Wish Cache, and I'm running out of Body Slams. Like, this is an actual concern of me. Vigavolt comes out next. I don't know why he has a Vigavolt in this version. I feel like a better Pokemon would be anything else, but Vigavolt also goes down to Body Slam, so that's not my fault. And then Draco Meteor from the Latios will obviously knock me out. Switch out into my Magneton to Mirror Coat it. I thought he's gonna switch out. I swear he's gonna switch out, but he didn't switch out, and I'm just gonna left there looking dumb. I send in my Dragonite next to Extreme Speed, knock out the Latios. Survive an Ice Beam from the Ludicolo to Extreme Speed and Wing Attack him. And then finally, her Milotic in the back. Extreme Speed, do some chip damage. Send in my Gyarados to crunch him. I get a defense drop, which is all I aim for. I get 2 defense drops then, and I send in my Golem to explode using Golem, and that should be the end of the battle as we finish off against Wallace, and we beat the entire region of Hoenn and the ROM hack of Inclement Emerald with only Kanto Pokemon. So I want to say thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. This is actually a really fun challenge. I actually have a lot of fun with this. If you guys want to see me do more regions like the Sinnoh, especially the Sinnoh, the Johto, and all the other regions, just let me know in the comments. I'll continue this as a little series on my channel, just like I did on Radical Red. But anyways, thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Please do not forget to leave a like, comment down below some challenge ideas just like this one, and subscribe if you guys are not already. It will really help my channel, and it means a lot to me. My name's been Alpha. Hope you guys all have a great day, and I'm out. Peace.